Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more Los Angeles Lakers news, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. The playoffs will start on Saturday and the Lakers needed to make decisions about who would be the 15 players chosen. The doubts were about Alex Len, he had terrible performances, and Maxi Kleber, he is injured, and the candidates for the two spots are Trey Jemison III and Christian Koloko, who had two-way contracts. Coach J.J. Redick decided today on the 15 players and left Trey Jemison III and Christian Koloko out and kept the unproductive Alex Len for the playoffs. Trey Jemison remains under contract with the LA Lakers on a two-way deal for next season, while Christian Koloko becomes an unrestricted free agent after his expiring two-way contract. The Los Angeles Lakers have chosen to keep center Alex Len on their playoff roster for the 2024-25 postseason. As a result, two-way centers Trey Jemison III and Christian Koloko will not be eligible to participate in the playoffs, starting with the first-round series against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Jemison is under contract with the LA Lakers for another season on a two-way deal, giving the team flexibility heading into the summer. They have him on a two-way for next year. Jemison is going to be under contract next year on a two-way, Jovan Buha of The Athletic mentioned on his recent podcast. Koloko is an expiring two-way, so Koloko can now go sign a two-way or a roster spot with someone else. Jemison is a cost-controlled, team-friendly contract for next season, where the Lakers can evaluate him this summer and decide whether they want to keep Jemison, convert him, or keep him as a two-way guy. There's some flexibility there, Buha added. With Koloko, it comes down to what he wants to do, how the Lakers view him, and what they're willing to offer him. He is free to go and do whatever he wants, but Jemison cannot because of the two-way contract. Jemison, a 25-year-old center, averaged 2.6 points and 2.8 rebounds in 22 games for the Lakers this season. He began the year on a two-way deal with the New Orleans Pelicans. Koloko, 24, appeared in 37 games, posting 2.4 points and 2.5 rebounds. Lakers just made first big mistake of 2025 playoff run. The Los Angeles Lakers kick off their playoff run on Saturday as they host the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round. After kicking into a new gear after the trade deadline, the Lakers finished the Western Conference as the third seed, clinching home court advantage for at least the first round. With only a few days left until their postseason opener, the Lakers announced their 15-man playoff roster, per The Athletic's Jovan Buha. There is one glaring mistake among the group the Lakers are starting their title chase with. The Lakers' 15-man playoff roster: Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, LeBron James, Jackson Hayes, Dorian Finney-Smith, Gabe Vincent, Jared Vanderbilt, Jordan Goodwin, Dalton Knecht, Shake Milton, Markieff Morris, Maxi Kleber, Bronny James Jr., Alex Len. Inclusion of Alex Len in Lakers' playoff roster is a big mistake. Alex Len somehow found a place among 15 players despite his poor performance since joining the Lakers after the trade deadline. Some Lakers fans were hoping for the inclusion of Christian Koloko or Trey Jemison instead of the disappointing veteran. The Lakers had to make a decision on Koloko and Jemison, who are on two-way contracts with the team. Players on two-way deals have to get converted to a standard contract to be allowed to participate in the NBA playoffs. The Lakers would have had to release Len to make room for one of Koloko and Jemison. Head coach J.J. Redick and GM Rob Pelinka surprisingly decided against this move. Despite this decision, it's hard to see Len carving out a role for himself in the playoffs. In his last appearance with the team, Len fouled out in 14 minutes, finishing the game with 4 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 3 turnovers in the regular season finale. The Lakers were -15 in his minutes. The Lakers have been a whopping 31.8 points per 100 possessions worse with him on the floor than off, per cleaning the glass. While Len is more experienced than Koloko and Jemison, he also has a lower upside. You know what you are getting with Len, and it's not good. Instead of cutting Len before the season and going with one of Koloko or Jemison or signing an external free agent, the Lakers decided to essentially burn a roster spot. Considering the fact that the back end of LA's roster already has a few wasted spots in Bronny James, Markieff Morris, Maxi Kleber, and Shake Milton, let's hope this doesn't come back to bite them. Lakers forward needs to play more as playoffs kick off. The Los Angeles Lakers kick off their title chase on Saturday as they host the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round of the playoffs. After a slow start to the season, the Lakers have been a different team since the calendar turned to 2025. Since January 1st, the Lakers are 32-18, moving all the way up to third place in the Western Conference. One of the most under-the-radar reasons for that surge was the addition of Dorian Finney-Smith. After being acquired in a trade with the Brooklyn Nets on December 29, Finney-Smith completely changed the Lakers' season. It behooves the Lakers to give the veteran forward an increased role in the playoffs. Lakers must give Dorian Finney-Smith as many minutes as he can handle. The Luka Doncic trade at the deadline obviously stole all the headlines. The Lakers' turnaround was understandably seen from that perspective, and Finney-Smith's contributions were overlooked. In reality, however, DFS has had a massive impact on the team. In fact, he leads the team in on-off metrics, per cleaning the glass. The Lakers are a whopping plus 17.1 points per 100 possessions better with him on the floor than off. When he is on the court, the Lakers have a net rating of plus 11.7, putting them among the elite teams in the NBA. Despite this, Finney-Smith is averaging 28.8 minutes per game. It is hard to play over 30 minutes per game coming off the bench. So, J.J. Redick should consider starting Finney-Smith instead of Rui Hachimura at some point in the postseason. Finney-Smith provides high-level two-way play that the Lakers lack. He can guard multiple positions while hitting 40% of his threes on the other end of the field. When facing the Rudy Gobert-led Wolves defense, Finney-Smith will play a huge role in spreading out the floor and getting Gobert to guard out in the perimeter. The Lakers will likely play extended minutes without a center. When Jackson Hayes is on the bench, it will be up to Finney-Smith and Hachimura to guard bigger players like Gobert and Naz Reid. To maximize Finney-Smith's impact, the Lakers should try to get his minutes up to mid-30s per game. NBA announces major Lakers news before Timberwolves game. The Los Angeles Lakers are set to take on the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round of the NBA playoffs on Saturday. LA clinched the third seed in the Western Conference, securing home court advantage for the opening round as they aim to reach the conference semifinals for the first time in 2 seasons. The Lakers and Timberwolves split their regular season series 2-2, setting the stage for what promises to be a closely contested matchup. Minnesota enters the series with one of the league's best defenses, while the Lakers will look to lean on the firepower of their new superstar duo. Los Angeles Lakers guard Luka Doncic, 77, celebrates with Los Angeles Lakers forward LeBron James, 23. Kevin Garagamain images. This season's biggest storyline for LA has undoubtedly been the mid-season addition of 5-time All-Star Luka Doncic. The blockbuster trade with the Dallas Mavericks sent Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a future draft pick in exchange for Doncic, instantly reshaping the Lakers' championship aspirations and catapulting them to championship contender status. Since Doncic's arrival, the Lakers have remained in the spotlight week after weekend. That momentum has extended beyond the court. According to the NBA's latest announcement, Los Angeles topped all teams in merchandise sales for the second half of the 2024-25 season, reclaiming the #1 spot from the Boston Celtics, who had led at the midway point. The NBA's top-selling team merchandise list. Doncic also led all players in jersey sales, with veteran teammate LeBron James coming in third. It's yet another reminder of the Lakers' immense popularity and star power, as the franchise continues its pursuit of an 18th NBA title, one that would see them tied with the Celtics for the most in league history. Here's the story, at least as Rui Hachimura tells it. When J.J. Redick was hired as Los Angeles Lakers coach last June, he had a goal: 50 wins. Third seed. It seemed improbable. Back then, expectations, at least externally, were modest. Los Angeles won 47 games the season before, good enough to make the playoffs, not enough to win more than one game in the first round. Oddsmakers pegged this season's win total around 44. LeBron James was pushing 40, Anthony Davis had a history of injuries, and the supporting cast that helped push the Lakers to the conference finals in 2023 had flopped a year later. Redick looked the part of head coach, a well-spoken, well-dressed, well-coiffed ex-player turned podcaster, but few expected a new coach, LA's third in 2 years, to make a measurable difference. Yet last week, inside a water-soaked locker room, the Lakers proved Redick prescient, 50 wins. Third seed. "It's a cool moment to share," Redick said. "But we want more." Even in a season with so many unlikely stories, the Cleveland Cavaliers surged to the top of the Eastern Conference standings, the Oklahoma City Thunder running away with the West, the Houston Rockets leap from a lottery team to the number 2 seed, the Lakers have been a startling one. The 50 wins are the most since the 2019-20 season. LA's winning percentage, 61%, is second best since the lockout-shortened 11-12 campaign. The Lakers won 29 of their last 44 games, finished 31-10 at home, and in the final month beat Denver, Memphis, Oklahoma City, and Houston, twice. In the NBA, continuity can lead to success. The Lakers didn't have it. LA nuked its roster at midseason. The trade for Luka Doncic in February was widely praised. The Lakers paid a steep price, Davis, Max Christie, but Doncic, a 26-year-old All-NBA guard, would make them better. At Doncic's introductory news conference, the focus was less about how Doncic could impact the team this season than in the years to come. "We know that our roster has continued work to do to be complete," Lakers general manager Rob Pelinka said then. "We're going to build a roster that fits J.J. Redick's basketball philosophy." Turns out, they had one. The Lakers went 18-10 with Doncic in the lineup. Redick, who played 13 games alongside Doncic during Redick's final NBA season, quickly incorporated him into the offense. Austin Reaves upped his game, averaging 22.2 points on 48.3% shooting, including 40.6% from three, after the All-Star break. An aggressive, switching defense led by Hachimura, Jared Vanderbilt, and Dorian Finney-Smith helped hold opponents to 45.7% shooting in the second half of the season, good for 7th best in the NBA. On Saturday, when the Lakers open up their first-round series against the Minnesota Timberwolves, they will find out how much further they can take it. Minnesota is battle-tested, armed with its own superstar in Anthony Edwards. But the Wolves are weaker than the conference finals team from a year ago. After that could come a semifinals matchup with Houston, which LA just clobbered. After that, perhaps Oklahoma City, which the Lakers drilled on April 6 and 2 days later led by a point in the fourth quarter before Doncic was ejected. Months earlier, Los Angeles' dream was a playoff appearance. Now, it's a championship. "That's gotta be the only goal, and that's our only goal," Doncic said. "I think we have the team to do it. When everybody's locked in, we're a hard team to beat." For Luka Doncic, the feeling had to have been familiar. In Oklahoma City for a nationally televised game, Lou Dort, Oklahoma City's bruising wing defender, crouched in front of him. Last year, with the Dallas Mavericks, Doncic floated off screens set by Derek Lively II and PJ Washington. This year, it's Hachimura and Jackson Hayes. The results were the same, a big switches onto Doncic and pays the price for it. It cost the Thunder a second-round series last season. Last week, after a 30-point Doncic outburst, it cost them a game. With Doncic, how the Lakers played changed. Gone was Davis, a low-post presence on offense, an anchor on defense. Doncic's arrival, coupled with the aborted trade for Charlotte Hornets center Mark Williams, who would have filled the Davis-sized hole in the middle, forced Redick to play more small ball. The result, opposing coaches say, is an offense as simple as it's been effective. With Los Angeles, Doncic has not skipped a beat. His scoring numbers with the Lakers, 28.2 points per game, are nearly identical to his output with the Mavericks, 28.1. His field goal percentage is a tick down. His three-point percentage is a tick up. Other numbers, rebounds, assists, steals, have been largely the same.